I am 18, currently a senior in high school, and I live with my dad. When I was 12, my grandma died. She left all her grandchildren money for their education, about $70,000 each. That includes me and my half-brother Leo. My mom was in charge of the money for me and Leo and was supposed to invest it for us. Leo, 13, is autistic and has a lot of issues. I don't understand all of it, but he has sensory issues with noises and bright lights, sometimes even smells or the way certain things feel. He has meltdowns because of this and sometimes just because. The way mom explained it is that he has a lot going on inside, but no way to express it besides throwing a fit. When I was 14, I started saying with my dad all the time. Some stuff happened that I can't talk about here. I didn't want to have to tiptoe around wondering when Leo was going to melt down over something. Not only that my dad had plenty of time to spend with me, but mom never did. I understand that Leo needed more attention than I did, but it still didn't make it easy. Dad is always there for every school event or game, mom never is. I don't see my mom very often at all, since I don't want to be around Leo. Dad and I are starting the college application process for me. I reached out to mom to find out how much money I had from grandma. I expected that I would be at least $80K. It turns out there is less than $55K. When I told dad, he went to talk to mom. It turns out that mom used Leo's money for some kind of therapy that she says is really helping him. When it ran out, she started using my money. Dad told her she needed to turn over the account to him and stop using the money. Mom refused. The only way I can stop her is if I sued her to get the control of the account taken away. I have to be the one to do it since I am of age, though dad said he would help me with everything. Mom asked me to come over and I didn't want to. I hadn't been to the house in 4 years, but I did anyway. I saw her and Leo. I will admit that Leo was behaving a lot better than he ever did before. He was talking in full sentences, which is new. He was calm the whole time I was there. Mom said that it was all because of the therapy she was getting for him. I told her that I needed the money for college and she said I could get loans for college, but she couldn't get loans to help Leo. She told me that I owed it to my brother to help him. I don't want to. I don't want to go into debt to go to college. And I don't think that I owe it to my brother to hand over my money. I've decided to sue. Am I the idiot? Not the idiot for wanting that money, it's legally yours. I'm in a similar boat for having that kind of money, and it's insane anyways to think that your mom has spent almost $100,000 on therapy for your half-brother. Not a lawyer, but you will almost definitely be able to get control of that account, and depending on what you want you might be able to sue your mom and have her pay back what she took from your account. Definitely consult your lawyer though. This isn't free money for your mother to use, this money is yours by your late grandmother's express wishes. Stealing from one child to give to another is not only scummy and immoral, but illegal. It doesn't matter she's using it to help her child, it wasn't hers to use in the first place. And the fact that she feels comfortable instructing you to take out student loans you'll be paying off for years and years makes me so mad on your behalf. Your mom is the idiot and you should absolutely go ahead with legal action. It's not her money, period. It's the parents' responsibility to provide for their children, not one child to another, period. I say get the legal ownership of your money and cut ties. Not the idiot. Sue your mom to get control of money that's legally yours, but really consider what she is saying, because she had a point. Right now, federal loans are 0% interest, so you could effectively take out loans and pay for school with that money, while investing money you do have, or lend money to your mom to pay for therapy. But the rough part is if she can't afford therapy as it is, then giving money to her is a donation you won't get back. I'd look deeper into the therapy and what exactly is going on. Pray it works out for both of you. Congrats on pursuing college. I, 30, have been on a plant-based diet for 10 years for health reasons. I take supplements and have regular checkups with my doctor to monitor my health. So far, I haven't had any problems with my diet. A week and a half ago, my sister, 32, asked me if I could do her the favor of taking care of my nephews, 13 and 15, for a week since she and her husband were going on vacation. Honestly, I was kind of wary to do it since my sister has a history of being very specific with how other people take care of her children, but I still agreed. She knows about my diet, so I sent her this message: "Do you want my nephews to eat meat? If so, could you give me the money so I can go buy what I need so I can cook for them?" But I didn't get a reply, so I assumed it was okay if my nephews ate the same way I did. They left them with me, and we had a really good week. In my personal opinion, my nephews ate healthy and got all their nutrients, except for the absence of protein, but the kids had plenty of energy and said they loved my cooking, so I don't think they had a problem with my diet. I didn't feed them animal protein, but I did include plant, vegetal, protein with every meal: tofu, rice, seeds, beans, etc. My nephews also really enjoyed what I cooked, so there was no obsession from their part. I even made plans with my niece to teach her how to cook certain dishes that she really liked. Today, my sister and husband came to pick up my nephews. My sister asked them what they ate, and my niece said that she ate the same as me. My sister was angry with a capital A. She yelled at me that I abused her children, that I have no right to push my lifestyle on them, that she should never have left them with me, etc. When I asked her why she didn't respond to my message asking her if she wanted my nephews to eat meat, she replied that it was my obligation to pay for everything my nephews wanted to eat, and that it was implicit that her family eats meat, so she didn't think it was necessary to reply. In the end, my sister told me that she will never trust me again, and she will tell the whole family how untrustworthy I am. Am I really such an idiot? Not the idiot. You texted your sister ahead of time and she didn't reply, so if she cared so much she should have said something. Also, I think it's pretty understandable that you would not want to pay for meat if you are a vegan. I mean, I do not eat pork, and I also would not buy pork and give it to someone else. One thing I will say is I find it a bit weird you gave the kids no protein at all. I'm not vegan, but I am pretty sure you can still get protein without eating meat or animal products, like tofu and nuts and all that stuff. Not the idiot. It's food. You fed them food. You fed them nice healthy meals. Meals don't have to include meat. Millions of people around the world are vegetarian and vegan. You literally did nothing wrong. Sister needs to chill the hell out. You didn't indoctrinate them. You fed kids food, which it sounds like they actually liked. So she needs some serious perspective here if she thinks what you did was wrong or bad. She asked you to do her a favor. The expectations is that when you're staying at someone's house, you eat their food with them. If the kids had any specific needs, she should have said so. But it sounds like they didn't and got along just fine eating what you served them. Even the whole no protein thing doesn't seem like a red flag because, quite frankly, it was 1 week. Even if they just ate plain salad for a week, it wouldn't have any lasting damage. Plus, I was taught that if you're staying with someone, you eat what they eat, unless you have dietary restrictions. If you can eat something, you don't make other people cook something different for you. So I'm struggling to see how you could be the idiot. You asked if they needed to eat meat, you got no reply. They ate what you ate for a week, and they were fine. Sounds like a non-issue. And I say this as someone who eats meat. Her background: I'm an affair child. My dad was married to Marie and had 3 children, 8, 6, 4. After Marie found out about the affair, she was devastated but stuck by my dad because she loved him. After she found out I was on the way, it was salt in the wound for Marie. She tried to tell my dad it was either his unborn child, me, or her and their relationship. However, she backed down when my dad made it clear he would choose me. I spent time with both my parents, but my dad paid for my other 3 siblings to go to school near him and wanted me to attend too, so I mainly lived with him and Marie and my 3 half-siblings. My dad was often away, so Marie sometimes would be taking care of me if it was in school time. I always knew Marie didn't like me, even from a young age. She would do things like tuck her kids into bed and leave me out. Or take her kids out while I wasn't there, or buy her kids toys and not me. The 3 would always talk about it and I'd always feel left out. My siblings also didn't like including me in games and stuff. I believe it was Marie's influence because she'd often tell them I'm not their real sibling, and I think she used to talk bad about my mother to them. Basically, I was the one that shouldn't exist and was treated as such. My dad noticed it was something him and Marie used to fight about, but my dad always made it up to me. For example, if they all went out without me for ice cream, he would take me for ice cream. If their mother bought them new toys and not me, he would buy me a new toy. My siblings always took this as favoritism, and it further divided us. When I was 17, my dad divorced Marie. My 3 siblings went no contact with our dad, and I didn't really speak to Marie much. Our dad ended up marrying my mother a few years after divorcing Marie. I reached out to my siblings a few years back. The 2 boys said they weren't interested, but Lauren and I have met for coffee a couple times and we get along really well. I've been planning my wedding for a while, and I decided to invite Lauren, and after her positive reaction, I decided as an olive branch to invite Marie and my 2 brothers. I received a nasty message from my brother asking, how dare I invite them knowing our dad, and my mother would be there acting as if they didn't rip their family apart. I told him obs they wouldn't have to talk to them if they came, but I just thought it would be nice to at least give them an invite. He asked what makes me think my wedding is so important that they want an invite, so I just ignored him. Lauren found out about the argument and basically tried convincing me to uninvite my mother and my father and choose them and the women that raised me, and that my mother and father are idiots. I told her she can't be serious and that Marie was an idiot to me and literally resented my existence. Things got heated. Lauren called me an idiot. I told her it takes one to know one and that she can forget about the wedding entirely. Received another nasty paragraph from my brother, and my other brother removed me from Facebook. Am I the idiot here? Not the idiot for trying to reach out, but I feel there is more to this story. All the parents here the worst. Why did your bio dad and mom leave it to your stepmom to be the primary caregiver when they knew she resented you? Were they using stepmom as a free babysitter while bio mom and dad carried on their affair and your dad went on business trips all the time to see your mom? Seems like dad only left stepmom for your mom when child-rearing tasks were done. It's bizarre you didn't live with your bio mom near your dad so that you could attend the nice school and get regular time with dad. Bio dad and mom are as responsible for your childhood trauma as stepmom. They didn't do the minimum to protect and raise you, and you're really letting them off the hook in all this. Well, for started, your dad had an affair and the chances of your mom knowing he was married are pretty high. Then instead of sending you to public school or a school near your bio mom, he essentially dumps you on his wife, who thinks of you as a symbol of her husband's infidelity. Yeah, Marie could have been nicer, but she doesn't owe you anything, your bio parents do. I'm going to assume Marie wouldn't have been able to support her kids without her husband's money, and that's why she stayed. But him divorcing her and marrying his affair partner is such an idiot move. Everyone's the idiot here. Your dad is a total turd, your mom is a piece of work, what mother hands her kid off to her affair partner's wife to mistreat, and you blame Marie for everything. I'm not surprised your half-siblings went no contact with your father. He was absolutely cheating on your stepmother with your mom. Business trips, my butt. Forget the wedding. You're not at fault, exactly, but you definitely have rose-colored glasses on and can't see your parents for who they are. I'm a 24-years-old man, and my friend, Jess, is a 22-year-old woman. We've known each other for about 3 years since we met in a class. We've always been platonic, and to be completely honest, I'm not the type of guy to go for it. Yesterday, Jess was supposed to move. I was going to drive my truck over to her place, help her load up her stuff, and get her out of her apartment. Her situation with her roommates has become highly unstable due to irreconcilable differences, so she was in a rush to leave. The day before yesterday, as a way of thanking me in advance, Jess ordered pizza for the 2 of us. We were sitting there watching a movie on my couch, being platonic friends as usual, and suddenly she inched closer to me. I figured it was nothing until a minute later she got a little closer. Then she got a little closer, and all I could do was think about how it was finally happening. She squeezed up really close next to me and looked up at my face. I'm not the most confident guy, so all I could say was hi, to which she responded hi. Then she asked if I wanted to do something. I asked what something was. And she said, oh, you know, something. Still trying to keep room for plausible deniability, again, I laughed and said I don't know what something was. She kept staring at me and nodding, and I thought I'd take my chances. I asked if I could kiss her. She immediately stood up, walked to the other end of the room, and sat down on the armchair. Then she took out her phone. I immediately apologized to her, and she said that I should just forget it. A few minutes of incredibly awkward silence passed, and then she said, I guess Kim, her best friend, was right. I asked what Kim was right about, and she explained that for several years, Kim has repeated again and again that I was only trying to get into her pants. Apparently, Kim put her up to testing me. I felt horrible. Immediately I apologized to Jess again, said that while I found her attractive I'd do nothing to hurt our friendship, and then apologized yet again. Jess accepted it while crying a bit. Then I told her she had nothing to worry about. After Jess went home, I got to thinking that it was incredibly mean-spirited that she would do that to me. I apologized, but that juvenile high school prank just started to strike me the wrong way. I talked to my sister, who I can talk to about anything, who reinforced that it was disgusting behavior. Then she asked for Jess's address, which I declined to give her. The next morning, instead of meeting up with Jess at the promised time, I just didn't. I had taken the day off work, but I went in anyway because I wanted to get my mind off what happened. Jess was blowing up my phone all day, and then I got a couple of texts from a number I didn't recognize, which I imagine was Kim. Finally Jess called me a flaking creep, and that was the end. I'm really mixed on this. I feel kind of bad, but not so bad. Was I wrong? Not the idiot. That's a lousy stunt to pull on anyone but especially a friend. It's a lose-lose situation for you. She hit on you, and you responded positively, she got upset. If she had hit on you, and you responded no, she still would have been upset. Apparently, she doesn't value your relationship as much as you do. You have every right to pull back and reassess your friendship. Including wondering if she's just using you for what you do for her, and how much money you spend on her, such as helping her move. What she did was incredibly manipulative, and I don't think many people would take the kind of situation she put you in as anything but a clear innuendo that she's interested. You even asked for consent before kissing her. I would understand why you'd feel deeply upset at such a cruel trick and would want to blow her off the following day. She can go play with someone else's feelings. People who are okay with doing these kinds of things don't tend to make good friends long term. Please don't feel bad. I would probably never speak to her again, but it's your prerogative. I think your response is perfectly reasonable given your friend's bizarre behavior. If she were interested, or if she just wanted to know for sure where things stand, she could have simply asked. Frankly, I don't even think you owe her an explanation. She's not entitled to your help, and you're allowed to feel hurt or confused over the prank and the subsequent fallout. It's up to you if you want to address it or even continue being friends at this point. Sorry, this happened. Hope you're able to find a solution that's comfortable for you and avoids any drawn-out unpleasantness. Good luck.